Welcome to a town that seems like a postcard, a village gathered around its beautiful square, an ancient passion for sports and conviviality. Furthermore, the local markets and the handicraft of women working at the pillow lace, spreading the loved and familiar sound of the bobbins around the street. Welcome to Offida! The heart of pillow lace is one of the most important features of Offida cultural identity, both for its tradition and of its contemporary way of thinking, that joins together fashion, art and design. The artisan make precious wedding and evening dress by means of lace, realizing accessories and good gifts.
You can work with a lot of bobbins, a whole lot. The lady took first prize in the contest. She'd made a veil. The most was 500 bobbins. Now that's a lot. Soon there'll be no more beautiful things around. I've been working in bobbin lace for 70 years now. Even if a woman were to study how, she wouldn't become so good at it. I guess I was tired of doing the usual lace for the trousseau, and I wanted to try and create special, different jewels that you can't find anywhere. It's a product of fine Italian craftsmanship.
Magical moment of the tour of Offida is the visit at the church of Santa Maria della Rocca. The atmosphere is very particular. You will be struck by its unique shape and position at the bottom of the rock. The external part is decorated with two typical colors and materials of Marche Regional architecture, brick and travertine. You can see the travertine in the pilasters and the ribs that decorate with elegance the external part of the church. A brief history about this church. It was rebuilt in the 14th century on a smaller former church, 11th century, that was built on the basis of an ancient Lombard castle. A fascinating history. Here we are inside the crypt of Santa Maria della Rocca. As I told you before, the atmosphere is really fascinating, full of mystery and history.
Just think that in the early 1970s, excavations inside the church brought to light two lead slabs with sepulchral writings dating way back to the 11th century. These were the tombs of the daughter and wife of Longino d'Azzoni, the Lord of Offida at the time, of Frankish-German origin.
The crypt is enveloped with the warm color of the brick and decorated with frescoes by the master of Offida. Up 3 brick steps, you enter the so-called primary church. The plan is Latin cross. The walls are bare and the apse, lighted by 2 windows, is decorated with frescoes. It was really worth seeing Santa Maria della Rocca, one of the symbols of Offida and one of its best cultural and artistic expressions. Another curiosity handed down from centuries here in Offida. Just think how many brides go down this step with their white wedding dress. In fact, Santa Maria della Rocca is one of the most desired locations for weddings. Anyway, I was telling about a curiosity. On this step, you can see a little lamp with a 4-leaf cloth. The tradition tells us that if you touch the lamp, it brings you luck. Many tourists enjoy to come back here because their desires were fulfilled. Let's try. You never can tell. 3 steps up, 3 steps down. Done. Here they are, coming from Marche Region to make to Italian and international audience know their typical and traditional production. They are the representative of historic village of Marche that belong to the club I borghi più belli d'Italia. Each one is unique and Offida is amongst them. The goal of the club I borghi più belli d'Italia is to preserve the great heritage of monuments of small historic villages and to increase the number of visitors who are interested in learning about them. They may find the atmosphere, the fragrances and the flavors that make typical local custom, products and traditions a way of life that is worth tasting with all 5 senses.
È difficile trovare in Italia.
It's hard to find in Italy a town so rich and full of history and so intact, so well preserved and so well maintained.
Mantenuto bene.
A town that, among other things, expresses the attachment and love of its inhabitants, but that also becomes the main reason why visitors, as they come to know this place, are in some way nourished and enriched and inspired to gain even greater knowledge of this territory. That's what I really like, what I consider extraordinary.
Now we are in the regional winery in the Marche, located in the ex-convent of St. Francis. Here you can learn about other 2 great passions of Offida, apart from that for art and handicraft. Good wine and sport, especially cycling, both have rich and important meaning in the local culture. The vintage cycling exhibition has been organized inside the regional winery, and it makes us travel on the pedal of history among the racing vehicles and the ancient craft. Bicycle is not only a sport, but it represents a traditional feeling and is a real source of pride. Offida is the center of an association devoted to amateur cycling, the SCA, Amateur Cycling Society, and seat of the Junior Road World Championship, an ancient village that is going to reach international glamour thanks to its passion for sport and for its warm welcome. Offida is one of the 2 seats of the regional winery in Marche Region. This choice has its roots in the agricultural vocation of this area and in its refined enological capacities. As you can see, I'm going to taste the deliciousness of this territory. They advised me to taste 2 white wines belonging to the wide range of Offida DOC. Pecorino, which name came from the autochthonous grape that perfectly matched with seafood, and Passerina Spumante for sparkling moments. Far it be from me to draw back. I drink a toast to one of the most beautiful villages in Italy, to its wonderful atmosphere and people, to Offida, unforgettable village.